We have an announcement.
Do we? Yes.
We do have an announcement.
We do.
We are officially in the era of biblical TV shows, and I have no complaints about it. The last one to reach massive popularity and praise was House of David, which is basically The Chosen, but this time it is not about Jesus, but about David. Even though we only got a single season of the show so far, it was such a success that it already solidified its position as one of the best releases of 2025. And now it got the official confirmation for a second season. So let's talk about it. As many of you know, Season 1 brought us into the world of David, following his rise to power, his anointing as king, and his early struggles, including his famous battle with Goliath. It wasn't just a typical retelling of a biblical story though, at least in my opinion. I feel like the creators brought a fresh perspective to David's journey, focusing not just on the heroics, but also on his inner conflict and growth. I think that's part of the magic of the show. It's not just about the battles and the triumphs, but about the human side of David. And that's exactly why I think it is similar to The Chosen. Just like Jesus in The Chosen, David is also humanized very well. And I love the series for this. The good thing is, it seems like you guys loved it too. In fact, it wouldn't be so wrong to claim that the success of Season 1 was huge. When the first season aired, it debuted at number 1, 3 on the streaming charts, and by the time the finale aired on April 3rd, it shot up to number 1. So, House of David quickly became more than just a niche show for people interested in biblical stories. It resonated with so many of us because of how it blended ancient history with modern filmmaking, which makes me even more excited for Season 2. I mean, Season 1 left us hanging with so much unresolved, and now that David's faced Goliath, we're about to dive deeper into his journey as king. With all the political intrigue and the messiness of ruling a kingdom, David's story is only going to get more complex, that's for sure. Plus, we've already seen some deep moments between David and Jonathan, and I feel like their bond will play a major role in the upcoming season. Their friendship has been tested by the politics of the time, and I know we'll see more tension as David's reign becomes more solidified. But there's also the relationship with Bathsheba, which was teased in Season 1. I'm curious to see how that story develops. It's clear that their connection will bring some emotional depth to the show, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it will impact David's personal and political life. I mean, they even created a new set for Season 2, so my expectations are absolutely high. The creators have hinted that we'll be seeing a lot more of David's spiritual journey. Season 1 touched on his faith and his struggles with it, but I think Season 2 is going to dive much deeper into his inner conflict. I think we can all agree that David wasn't perfect. In fact, he was far from it. And I'm excited to see how the show will explore his relationship with God. I know that's something the creators are passionate about, as they've said that the series isn't just about a king conquering lands, but about understanding his purpose and reconciling his flaws with his faith. And let's talk about the world building for a second. The creators really did an amazing job bringing ancient Israel to life. It didn't feel like a typical period drama. It felt lived in, real, and immersive. The settings, the costumes, and the landscapes simply blew me away, which is another reason why I want this story to continue. Just like The Chosen, House of David also managed to make me feel like I was there, experiencing all those spiritual triumphs with them. Don't get me wrong, I don't think you have to be a religious person to enjoy this series by any means. However, if you are a believer, it is simply the best thing you can do to yourself right now. Trust me on this. As for the release date, while we don't have an official one just yet, I'm hoping we'll get Season 2 sometime in 2026. With all the momentum behind the show, it seems like it's just a matter of time before we get the next chapter. I know I'll be waiting eagerly for it, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. Plus, we know that the filming has already started.
It's House of David Season 2. Season 2, that's what we're doing right here.
Is that what I'm doing here?
We're filming Season 2.
You fooled me this whole time. I didn't know that.
Yes. So, we can now talk about it. We've been making Season 2 of this show. Okay, later.
So, it is about time that we get an official release date. For more weekly updates on House of David and other Amazon Prime series, make sure to like and follow. Meanwhile, the video on the screen might also interest you.